See, this is the type of runtime that I really wanted for most of The Walking Dead's run. Not a bunch of looping episodes where they focus on several different groups on each episode, and we have to wait a month later just to see what happens next in an episode that had a shocking ending. This is how you make a TV show. I swear, when they stopped that type of storytelling and they finally focused on a continuing story, that's when the show got better. It's just too bad that our main character is no longer around to actually enjoy these seasons. Anyway, The Walking Dead Season 10. So The Walking Dead Season 10 is the continuing story of our survivors and the events that happened after the Whisperers made a line of heads on the border. And the group now is being run by Judith, Michonne, and also Daryl, and you can tell that they are better equipped at surviving this time, and they can deal with the dead and also other enemies better. And you just know that this whole peace deal between the survivors and the Whisperers, something is going to snap. Something is just going to go absolutely wrong. You know that this war is going to happen. Now, the two characters that really got me interested in the show has got to be Lydia and Negan. Lydia being the daughter of Alpha, and she was kicked out, and Alpha told the entire group that she was dead, only to banish her to the survivors. Not a lot of people are fans of her. And since Negan, well, you already know who Negan is. He's done a whole lot of bad stuff, so they're kind of in the same boat. So they basically watch out for one another. Nobody really trusts them big time. And there were several moments in this season, but I think this is the very first season that I've actually cheered when Negan killed somebody, because in those situations he kills people for the right reasons. But since people still see him from his past, that's a bit harder to explain than explaining what our main characters did in their past. Yeah. Now this season is a lot longer than any other seasons. We're now going 20 episodes over, so this is a longer season than others. And the whole time I'm thinking, gosh, I really hope this season doesn't have just a bunch of pointless episodes just to get us to the mid-season finale, and then we move on to the next part of the season, because that got super old very fast. But no, there is a lot of really good episodes in this season. And one of the main things that I enjoyed in this season is not Alpha. Alpha, although is a very scary bad guy and she's really enjoyable to watch, come on, guys. You know who the real villain is. It is Beta. Beta, holy crap. Beta was scary. Beta's got to be the scariest villain in The Walking Dead. And in this season, dude. There's a scene where there's a gravestone and you see what looks like a walker hand coming out, and then when he emerges, it's Beta. He has 2 knives in his hands, and he's going around killing people. The dude is an absolute nightmare. It just completely reminded me of Leatherface from the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies. So there you go. That Beta is actually Leatherface, and Leatherface can survive the zombie apocalypse. Yeah, just adding more nightmare fuel to the fire. And another thing that I really enjoyed is the story arc that Negan is going through. I mean, you could see the good guy in him coming out. He realizes that his ideas of running the world was not exactly a good one. But there are several moments where you think to yourself, oh, is he going to be good? Is he going to be bad? Is it going back and forth? You just don't know. And that was really cool to see. And with them expanding all of these episodes into several of them, we now have enough time to see a bunch of character growth. We have enough time to see where the story is going. And everything that involves the Whisperers was really interesting. I mean, I forgot to add this little point about Beta. Beta goes from creepy to crazy in a really good amount of time. I mean, the scene where he is leading this walker horde to the hospital and he can actually hear all the walkers talking. Chills, man. Just chills. I can't express enough how much I really loved Beta in the show, because he brings out the horror vibes that I really wanted to see from the show in a long time. And another thing that this season does a whole lot better is, you know, the gory scenes that, I mean, The Walking Dead is no stranger to gory scenes, but a lot of it is just kind of overused and some of it is kind of hilarious. And there are several moments where you're like, oh, come on, you couldn't clean that up a little bit better. No, the gore in this season is terrifyingly good. For example, this one woman wakes up in a car. She tries to escape the walkers, but then the walker bites her in the leg, and I'm like, okay, she's done. But then they drag her out, and one bites her nose off, and I was like, dang. And then he grabs hold of her jaw and rips that open. I was like, dang, you have stepped it up this season. Where was this for the past 6 seasons? Because the last past 6 seasons, whenever there is gore, I usually laughed at it. This is like legit nightmare fuel. Yeah, but also this season introduces the Commonwealth. The Commonwealth basically is the final goal that is in the comic book series, so I was really looking forward to them. I just didn't really expect to see members of the Commonwealth this season, so it was really cool to see them. I think this is exactly how they wanted to run the show. They wanted to run the show for 12 seasons, but since the audience did not come back and they're not exactly making enough money to make 3 full seasons, they decided to shorten it up to 2 seasons, and that's why these seasons are longer than any other Walking Dead season. That would make sense. So it's no surprise that we are seeing the last bit of the comic book, the last story arc of the comic book is starting to show its head in this season. I think that's just my opinion. I think that's the reason why we get to see the next story arc a little bit earlier than watching it next season. But one episode in particular that I really loved watching was the Michonne episode. Michonne, yeah, she leaves too, but the way that story arc went off, it was like a what-if situation. What if she didn't find Andrea? What if she never went to the prison? What if she had her own storyline that led all the way to that moment? And I gotta say, that was a really interesting what if to watch, and I do enjoy the story arc on the reason why she had to leave the show. So I'm looking forward to see that. And oh yeah, that's right, I forgot to make a review on that trailer for the new Walking Dead show. Guess I'll get it in the next video. But anyway, I gotta say, season 10 of The Walking Dead is a huge step up. I mean, it's scarier, it's gorier, it has a lot of moments that definitely stick with you. So I gotta say, The Walking Dead season 10 is legendary. What can I say? That's my score of it. I really did enjoy it. It just doesn't really feel right without Rick Grimes in the story, but it has its moments. It has its really cool moments that has me coming back to watch it some more. But anyway, those are my thoughts on season 10. So what did you guys think? Have you seen it? What did you think of it? Comment down below. Also, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe, and share. And I'll see you in the next video.